Jesus was very good about afflicting the comfortable. There's a story in the Gospel of Matthew where the Pharisees come to him and say, Jesus, we want to see a miraculous sign. And he says, a wicked and adulterous generation asks for a miraculous sign. See, he knew that the Pharisees were asking in selfish motives, not just selfish, but manipulative motives. They were trying to disprove him as the King of Kings and the Messiah. And he calls them out on their nonsense with no hesitation. And he says, no sign will be given to the wicked and adulterous generation except the sign of Jonah. Now, here's what's interesting about this. There are times in our modern day, in modern branches of Christendom, where believers ask, more than ask, believers demand a miraculous sign. And here's the thing, the sign of Jonah needs to be enough for them too. The sign of Jonah needs to be enough for us. See, I know that God still does miracles, but he does them where they are needed. He does them when they are needed, and when they're no longer needed, he doesn't do them anymore. And his prerogative, God does miracles by his prerogative. The reason the sign of Jonah is so important, just as Jonah was buried 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a fish, so the Son of Man, Jesus is referring to himself as the God-man, so the Son of Man will be buried 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the earth. And at this point, he's not risen from the dead yet, so the Pharisees don't know what he's talking about. But to us, what he is telling us today is that the resurrection, the miracle of the resurrection, needs to be enough for us. And that's because it is. God has done some very powerful things in my life, some really cool things. But I don't think of those things on the day-to-day. I think about the resurrection. I think about the fact that Jesus died for my sins. I need that. And so if you are asking God and hopefully not demanding for a miraculous sign, I hope that you remember that the gospel, the miracle of the resurrection, is enough